Hi guys, it is Will here from TCG Foil Finds yet again. I am here today with my little friend Psyduck behind me. Today we're going to be talking about where to start collecting Pokemon in today's market. It's just a quick rundown on, well, where to start. And if Pokemon truly is for you, don't get dragged in by the hype because it can so easily and so quickly become such an expenditure. Let's just jump right into it today. First thing I'm going to mention is how quickly you can become overwhelmed. There's so many sets out there, there's so much hype around so many sets out there. Especially in more modern stuff, you've got IRs, SIRs, full art trainers, full art EXs. There is so much in each set to collect nowadays. The sets aren't small anymore, unless you pick something like Shroud of Fable. Before you start collecting Pokemon, the first thing you want to do is work out what you're doing it for. Are you doing it for the investment side of stuff? Or are you doing it to literally collect Pokemon, to collect your sets, to collect your favourite hits? Now, you can quite easily do both. It's probably the way I tell you to do it. One, just the way the world is at the minute. The way that Pokemon is trended is such a safe investment, and there's a lot worse you can be spending your money on investment-wise than sealed Pokemon product. A little quick note, I'm not telling you to invest all your money into Pokemon. Obviously, markets fluctuate, so don't come at me if you spend a load of money and lose it all. If you're doing it for the collecting Pokemon side of stuff, the first question you've got to ask yourself is, who is your favourite Pokemon? Like Pikachu's, Bulbasaur's, Charmander's, Gengar's, Mimikyu's. There are so many out there, Snorlax, that people absolutely love. Once you've sort of decided what Pokemon is your favourite, are you going to collect a set that he's in? He or she, I should say, that they're in. Or are you going to collect a set with maybe one nice card that there is of it? Do the rest of the set, like Snorlax, for example, you could do 151 because you get the nice promo of it. Now I've mentioned the set list, you've also got to look at what's available. Because like I just said, you could do the Snorlax with 151, for example, with the promo. Good luck finding an ETB under 150 quid. Good luck finding any product that is anywhere near retail price. You need to be careful. You need to see what's available, see what's readily available as well, whether that be offline. Just something that's affordable, something that you can get a lot of and not feel like you're having to pay over the odds constantly for it. Now that we've said about finding what's available, what's not available, what you like, it's now what is in your budget. I know I keep circling back to the 151. It is quite interesting because there is enough out there if that is in your budget. If you can be spending 50, 60 quid a week on a booster bundle, however much budget you set for yourself, you might only have a £5 a week budget, but you might also have a £500 a month budget. Quick note on the budgets, whatever budget you set yourself, you're never going to feel like it's enough. You're going to be constantly wanting more. It's such an easy trap to fall into. And we loop back to the being overwhelmed. Be strict. Collect what you want to collect. Now, while we're still on the budget topic, most sets are budget dependent. You can quite easily go out and collect a Temporal Forces, for example. Quite easily still go out there and collect a Journey Together, for example. Certain sets that you might like have gone massively up in value quite recently. And you might get halfway through a set. Let's just use Temporal Forces, for example. I do like the set. You get halfway through that set, and all of a sudden, prices might spike. They also might drop, but they also might spike, which is more than likely. You've just got to be ready for that. Be diligent. And also, don't be afraid to dip out of a set. Don't be so stubborn that you get caught in the, no, I need to collect this. I need to collect it. Because there's always more out there. While collecting a set, you're probably going to realise that it is hard to pull chases. So a lot of the time, buying singles to complete your sets becomes a lot easier. Especially when, say you're doing Journey Together, it's so hard to pull a Lily's Clefairy and Enzo Rourke. Don't go buying hundreds upon hundreds of pounds of stock to rip to try and pull that card. Sometimes it's just easier to take it on the nose, pay the current market price. You'll probably be able to battle someone down, get it a bit cheaper, and complete your sets that way. Now, jumping into the investment side of stuff. Now, I know I said in my first video this wouldn't be an investment channel, and it's still not. I'm not giving you any advice. I'm not telling you what sets to invest in. But I think if you are collecting Pokemon, you're stupid not to just pick up little investments here and there. And nigh on everything in Pokemon now is an investment, sealed product-wise at least. Going back to my previous video, if you were picking up simplified Chinese sets when they first started dropping, kept onto them sealed, they've gone up. They've gone up massively. You'd be sitting on a pretty penny there. You'd be selling it for double, triple now. I always think it's wise to keep in mind when you're collecting Pokemon is just pick up the odd little bit here and there, you know. Maybe don't buy packs to rip out your budget this week. Maybe go and buy an old Celebrations box. Maybe go and buy a Temporal Forces ETB for 50, 60 quid, whatever they are now. Before you know it, you're sat on a little bit. Give it a year. The way Pokemon prices are going, you're at least making 20, 30 quid a year on a product at the moment, which is more than, bank accounts. The only issue is with investing, again, it can become very quickly like collecting a set. You could quite easily get overwhelmed and way easily spend over your budget thinking, oh, if I get this, then it's going to be this much this year. And if I get that and I get that, it's going to be this much in a couple of weeks. And it doesn't quite work like that. There is no rhyme or reason to Pokemon. You will see some sets just randomly dip. I mean, it doesn't seem to be happening as much anymore, especially with sealed booster boxes, sealed ETBs. Just don't get overwhelmed. Set yourself a budget. Try not to get fatigued. Find a set that works for you, that you're not going to get too bored of. Well, thank you guys again for jumping in. I do appreciate it. Drop me a comment. Tell me what you're starting to collect. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.